Hello everyone and welcome to Under the Canopy, presented by Pro Health Physicians, a part of Optum Care, with additional support by Liberty Bank. This immersive exhibit is open for a limited time at the Connecticut Science Center and explores the most diverse ecosystem on our planet, our rainforest, and the amazing creatures who call it home. While the exhibit features over a dozen animals from all over the world, today I'm joined by an animal care expert who has brought a very special guest with them for us to learn more about one of our rainforest friends. Welcome, Alex. So who do we have with us here?
This is Andi, our boa constrictor.
Andi. So what does Andi like to do inside of our exhibit here?
As a reptile, Andi just likes to chill out and not do a whole lot. They spend a lot of time motionless, saving energy, waiting for prey to come by.
Excellent. So where does Andi usually live in the rainforest?
So Andi and boa constrictors, they are found in the rainforests of South and Central America.
What layers in the rainforest they like to live in?
So when they're young, they like to live up in the trees. Animals like that are called arboreal. But when they're older, as they get a little bit bigger, they'll hang down on the ground a little bit more.
So what does Andi love to eat?
So Andi loves to eat rodents. We feed her rodents here in the exhibit. And yeah, anything from a rat to sometimes rabbits as well.
She's really active right now.
Yes.
Is that normal?
It is, yep. She is a species, like I said, that likes to climb. So climbing upwards.
Climb you.
Exactly. That's a very instinctual thing for her to do. They're a pretty interesting animal as a pet. A lot of people will own them as a pet. Unfortunately, as you can tell, they are pretty sizable. This is not even close to how big they can get. On average, they might get up 10 to 12 feet in length.
Wow.
So it's a bit of a commitment to have a pet like this, and not legal in a lot of jurisdictions.
Oh, okay. And that's how you get some of the animals for the exhibit, right?
Exactly. Most of our animals are rescues. They used to be people's former pets. Sometimes they were just surrendered voluntarily. Sometimes they were seized by authorities.
Okay. So it's a big commitment if you get a boa constrictor, and double check that you are allowed to get one, is what we're getting here. And there's another boa constrictor in here, right?
Yeah, so Andi's out here. We also have Daphne in there. Daphne is quite a bit bigger, about 9 feet long. Andi here is only about 6 feet long.
Yeah.
And
they get up to 12 feet, you said?
They can, yeah.
I got a question about boa constrictors. Are they venomous?
That's a great question. They are not venomous. So typically we break up snakes into two categories, venomous or non-venomous, and usually the non-venomous ones will use constriction to eat their food, which is where the name boa constrictor comes from. So instead of using the venom, they will wrap themselves around their prey and squeeze really, really tight.
Okay. Is there anything that's really different about boa constrictors than other snakes?
So unlike other families of snake, like pythons, boa constrictors actually give live birth. So it's a little bit different than us mammals. So they actually do still have eggs, but they hatch on the inside of the snake. And so once they're hatched, they come out live.
So what's your favorite fun fact about boa constrictors?
Fun fact about boa constrictors is actually a myth that we hear about boa constrictors.
Okay.
A lot of people will ask about boas consuming people, eating people, and that is not a behavior that they exhibit in the wild.
Yeah.
Boas are a big snake, but they're not big enough to eat a human being. It takes quite a lot of strength and ability to eat a person, and snakes in general don't see humans as a source of food. So you often hear myths about boa constrictors wrapping around people and eating them, and that's completely untrue. There is no recorded case of a boa constrictor eating a human being.
Well, that's good to know. That's definitely good to know. How long do boa constrictors typically live in the wild?
Yeah, in the wild it can depend quite a bit because there's circumstances, there's a lot of pressure to survive in the wild. They might get killed by things or eaten by other animals sometimes. But in human care, under ideal conditions, they can live into their 20s or 30s.
Wow. Okay, so what can we do though to help protect their environment?
Yeah, so as an animal that lives in the rainforest, protecting the rainforest is very important. So if we purchase products from the rainforest, making sure that those products are responsibly sourced, that kind of thing really, really helps these animals out in the wild.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Alex, for introducing me to Andi. And if any of you guys want to meet Andi or any of our other Rainforest friends here, make sure you join us at Under the Canopy before the exhibit closes. Thank you all for joining us today, and be sure to follow along with all of the Science Center's social media to not miss any of our upcoming animal encounters as we explore more animals who live under the canopy.